So welcome to another piano tutorial, and today we're going to be going through the Pathetique Sonata, and I think it's a good sonata for really a beginner to learn, and also the Moonlight Sonata. And if you like Schubert, you can then also add the third and fourth impromptus of D899, which are probably the easiest and I think the best as well. These two sonatas I think are also the easiest and the best in a way. They certainly go together so well, the way the Pathetique ends and with this. Now the pedal on. And of course each movement of those two sonatas is really first class, I think. So anyway, I'm going to try to go through just the third movement, which I've been learning of the Pathetique, and see how it goes. Because it's really growing on me. It's a lovely movement. I think quite hard, really. I think that the first movement, and especially the second movement, are actually easier. But the first movement does have tricky bits in it, of course. Anyway, this will be my version of the third movement of the Pathetique. Let me start again. I'll do the end of the Moonlight and see how that carries on to the first impromptu, and then I'll do the end of that impromptu, how it follows on to the second impromptu. So the Moonlight ends more or less like this. Let's start from here. Let's from here. So that ends like this. stop it now. Finish it now. So hopefully you can see the contrasts which are possible between those sonatas and the impromptus, and it ends in that major way, and in the same way that the Pathetique starts the whole thing in a minor way, but they complement each other very well. Even though the ending of the Pathetique is minor, but the beginning of the Moonlight is also minor, but it's C sharp minor rather than C minor, and it's just a very effective contrast, as effective, excuse me, as a major minor contrast, which are the rest of the changes. And here's the beginning of the whole piece. That's the end of the whole piece, that wonderful, optimistic major ending of the A flat major impromptu. The whole thing starts though in a very in a very minor, obviously tragic way. So it's the Pathetique sonata. So that's how it begins. Just to end the video with this. Lots of contrast here. So the contrasts are really apparent from the beginning of this cycle of 4 pieces. In that Pathetique, you got the aggressive chords followed by a delicate pleading answer, and that kind of characterizes the whole of these 4 pieces, the way that they are contrasting each other. And so you get that from the very beginning. That sort of introduces this theme. I tried to play that last Schubert the Schubert G flat major impromptu the way that I've heard from Greg Namuchuk, the really good Polish pianist who does some amazing videos on YouTube, who says to muffle, or to keep quiet at least, the inner voices, and it does sound much better. I haven't quite got there yet, but you just bring out just with your little finger the sort of soprano voice. You keep the other ones completely muffled, so it's all, you've got to put your foot on the soft pedal every time you're doing the middle voices, and it's quite tricky, especially since sometimes you've got to play those middle voices and do the leading voice. So I don't know quite how to do that, but maybe that's the meaning of the middle pedal. I don't know. So I'll just show you what I'm doing. Foot down, foot up, foot down, foot up again, down. So every time this is going, I'm taking my foot up, putting my foot, on the off the soft pedal basically. And then when I'm doing these, you've got to put the soft pedal on. So soft pedal on, off, 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 on, off, on. So off, on straight away, off, on. Soft pedal. So I should have done that one. the soft pedal off. So it's all about keeping the middle voices soft and the outer ones are brought out. Yeah, so that's from Greg Namuchuk, who's an incredible Polish pianist, concert pianist. He seems to be able to do anything. You can find his videos on YouTube, and he speaks in 2 languages as well. All his videos are in English and Polish. So, very talented chap, and yeah, so, thanks to him for that, for those tips on the G major prelude, G flat major prelude of Schubert, yeah. So I wanted to just put forth these pieces as being the best pieces for a beginner to learn. If you want your children to learn 4 pieces, you know, I'd say, you know, if they like Schubert, if they like Beethoven, start them off with the 9th Symphony and the 5th Symphony. They'll like them, and the quartet number 6, the 6th quartet, is a lot of fun, and it's one of Beethoven's best quartets. Really good quartet, and so my children really love that. They love those 2 symphonies. They don't like the 7th Symphony so much, which is my favourite, so that's a bit annoying. And they don't like Schubert much at all, but I'll try to help them to like Schubert more. He's my favourite. So I hope this video has been nice. See you next time. Bye bye.